Don't forget our motto.
Don't give a fuck.
Don't give a fuck. The less fucks we give, the better we will play. I waited 4 fucking years for this day. This time we're gonna rewrite history.
Let's do it for Kuro, boys. I'm very confident, guys. Nice, we are too, boys.
What are the qualities that make a good leader? Perseverance, dedication, intelligence, the will to be nothing less than the best. KuroKy Salehi Takansomi has all of these qualities and more. He dreamed of being the best, of hoisting the Aegis of Champions at the International. Not for money, not for glory, but for the thrill of competition, to satisfy his desire to lead a team to the top and win. But there always seemed to be something missing, something not quite right. The timing, his confidence, his team. He always had it in him. The potential to be a true leader, a great player, a TI champion. But the journey was far from easy. This is his story. KuroKy was born in Iran, but grew up in Berlin, Germany. A medical condition kept him from being an active child, and as a result, he gained a love of video games.
So I had like walking problems when I was a child. It was very hard because when you're young, you have a lot of energy.
Once he discovered Dota, he was fully drawn in and possessed by a fierce competitive spirit. By his mid-teens, he was already a tremendously talented player. In 2008, still just 16 years old, KuroKy would join Mouse Sports, and his Dota career began in earnest. He was a deadly and versatile core with a strong mind for the game. Renowned for his Mirana and Morphling, able to play both the hard carry and mid lane role. With Kuro, Mouse became one of the teams to beat in the world, and that year he won the prestigious Gosu Gamers Carry of the Year by more than half the vote. With success and recognition fueling his dream to be the best, Kuro found a kindred spirit in Clement Puppy Ivanov, who helped him take the next step. The two first met when Puppy acted as a stand-in on Mouse Sports, and they formed a fast friendship. In fact, Kuro was overwhelmed by how similar his and Puppy's goals were, as well as their way of thinking about the game. Together, they resolved to create a new team. The result was King Surf International, who made their debut at the Dota League Masters 2009. Despite one of their players, Vigos, being unable to sort out his visa in time for the tournament, Puppy and KuroKy's faith in each other was unwavering, and King Surf won the event over Meet Your Makers. King Surf International continued to develop into one of the best teams in Europe, and with Puppy as their leader and KuroKy as the right-hand man, they posted strong results across a number of tournaments in 2009. But by the final months of 2009, KuroKy's motivation was slipping. He decided he needed a change, and so he joined Meet Your Makers, where he took on a leadership role in his own right. At first, the change was fantastic. MYM were a dominant force in the scene, and KuroKy was once again motivated to win.
Unstoppable double kill.
However, just a few months later, a very poor result at SMM 2009 shattered KuroKy's newfound confidence. He realized he was not yet ready to lead a team on his own, and thus joined Puppy's new squad. For the next year or so, the team was a serious contender, but the results were not good enough for Puppy, who wanted nothing short of perfection. So when Nodus Fincer contacted Puppy in mid-2011 to join their team, KuroKy was confronted with a difficult decision. He knew that if he asked Puppy to stay, he would, but he also knew he could not hold him back from the opportunity. Puppy asked KuroKy to keep playing without him, but secretly, KuroKy was planning on disappearing from the scene. But when he contacted the other members of the team, they wanted to carry on with KuroKy as their new captain. With renewed dedication, he led them into the Dota 2 Age and the International 2011. But there, they did not win a single match.
Dire's Ancient is under attack.
For the next 6 months, KuroKy largely stayed away from the scene, occasionally playing here or there. However, his desire to win a TI and his passion for competition slowly brought him back. He played for Virtus Pro as the team attempted to qualify for the International 2012. but they failed to make it to the event. However, KuroKy was given a second chance. Mouse Sports Come With Me was unable to attend TI2, and KuroKy was asked to stand in at support. He accepted.
Well, after the tournament, I told myself I'm gonna play again Dota 2. Since I really didn't play last year, I was very inactive. So I actually made up my mind and want to play again, since I'm starting to enjoy the game a lot again. So I'm really looking forward to playing it.
While Mouse would finish in last place at TI2, the chance to play a TI once again reignited KuroKy's drive to play. KuroKy would wind up sticking with Mouse Sports for the rest of the year, his mind for the game and flexibility proving valuable as he played a number of roles. Despite Mouse Sports rarely making it out of the group stages, KuroKy was back in full swing and regaining his confidence. Over on Na'Vi, 2 slots had opened up following the departure of Light of Heaven and Arsart. Puppy offered KuroKy the chance to play support for Na'Vi. He accepted, reconnecting with his partner in crime after more than a year. With his friend leading him once again, his skills put to good use on an elite team and his drive to win returned. KuroKy on Na'Vi had a resurgence in 2013. A few months after adding KuroKy, Na'Vi were firing on all cylinders. With Puppy's leadership and drafting supplemented by KuroKy's knowledge, Na'Vi were widely considered to be a serious contender at TI3. For the first time in 3 years, KuroKy had a real shot at achieving Dota 2 glory. Na'Vi made the most of the opportunity.
Item is anyway, so it's Na'Vi can still just keep going.
Yep. They'll look for the mid-ranks again. The double tornadoes keeping him out, pulling to Ravage, and the silence. Orange pop and call the GG. Na'Vi are into the winner's bracket.
And yeah, keeping it on him. There's the MPL to follow it up. Puppy still alive, next through him. GG! Na'Vi has snatched a berth in the upper bracket grand finals from the brink of defeat.
Na'Vi tore through the event, fighting their way into the grand finals, and a showdown with their biggest rival, Alliance.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the grand finals of the International 3!
With all 10 players playing at their peak level, it was one of the greatest series of Dota ever played.
In comes S4, he's found Funnick, in comes the Both as well.
Disarm against the bear, he's not doing anything. Funnick survived the initiation. Hobal
The
says,
bear,
I want the
rapier.
I want your H's.
On to Funnick, last way to Loda, but Loda is still alive. He's still got a satanic. Avost is hexed, and Avost will fall. Alliance, the Swedish monsters, they force a game 5.
This is the first time in TI history that we're going to a game number 5. They don't have enough time.
Oh, cancel TP. He canceled the beat. Puppy, he's not going to be back in the base.
He's got BKB, but no boots of travel. Coil on 2.
Cancel Stanley's TP as well. They are in huge trouble.
Funnick's caught. Now if they go for the throne, it could be game. Funnick's down. Alliance are doing it. They need a little more. Supposed to fall. Throne in jeopardy. There's a glyph. It could be their last stand.
Dandy's back. He's going to try to focus everybody, but there's so much stuff. Hitting on the throne. There's no more glyph available. Down to a half HP, a quarter HP. Alliance surrounding from all sides.
BKB, they want this round. They're going to do it. The Kings of the North.
Alliance wins. They win TI3.
So close and yet so far. KuroKy had been just one game away from fulfilling his dream. But in a devastating Game 5, he and Na'Vi fell just short. Despite the Aegis of Champions remaining elusive, it was clear KuroKy's pro Dota career had reached new heights. He gave his share of Na'Vi's $632,000 prize winnings to his parents.
So he was very proud that I achieved so much. Since the money I got, it's money I don't need, so they gave it to my parents.
But for KuroKy, it never was really about the money.
For me, I do it mainly for fun, because I love being competitive, pretty much.
And for many years, he studied psychology in addition to playing competitively. Na'Vi stuck together and closed out 2013 winning 5 tournaments. They continued their strong form for the first few months of 2014. But by March, cracks were beginning to show. Na'Vi's play suffered, and their results dipped sharply. By the time TI4 rolled around, an early exit at 7th to 8th place was not a surprise, even for KuroKy.
I was kind of prepared to lose. I didn't feel that we can win. Like, even if we would win Cloud9, I think we wouldn't go that far this tournament.
After 2 years on Na'Vi, it was time for a change. However, KuroKy wanted to remain with Puppey, and so he joined him at his new project, a player-founded org which would be called Team Secret. As part of the new roster, KuroKy returned to the carry role, proving his skills were not rusty in the slightest.
Give me the rampage. Come on, KuroKy. You know you want to. Oh, they find Puppey with a big damage. Will we go for the crit? Crit. No. There it is. There is the rampage in the fountain. What a player. Now the double rampage.
However, while Secret posted solid results right off the bat, Puppey's desire for perfection would cause rifts in the team. Fly left the team, followed by No-Tail, to eventually be replaced by evil geniuses Arteezy and Zai. The move pushed KuroKy back into the support role, but the results would prove to be well worth the sacrifice. After a rocky start at both DAC 2015 and StarLadder Star Series Season 12, Secret would go on to win 4 of the 5 events they attended leading up to TI5, marking them as a clear favorite to win the Aegis. The team was skilled, smart, and had momentum. This time, surely, KuroKy would be victorious.
Behind, Zai in a bit of trouble. Can he make his way out? There's the Ghost Scepter desperately hanging on, but going back in! Arteezy! He charged in again. It'll pay with his life, and with no Arteezy, this is going to be nigh impossible for Secret. Massacred under the blazing guns of ZYF and CTY's endless crits. There's another! eHome have done it. They 2-0 Secret, and they move forward.
The fallout was inevitable, with many pointing fingers at KuroKy, especially Arteezy.
To bring out the best in like S4 and try to ignore my hate for Kuro, I could have done more, and I may have contributed to the loss at TI.
KuroKy shouldered some of the blame, especially for his play at TI5, but also stated he was the scapegoat for the team's failure. With both sides digging in their heels, a split was unavoidable. Arteezy left to return to Evil Geniuses, and KuroKy decided it was time to move on. While there was no bad blood between Puppey and KuroKy, it was the opportunity for KuroKy to build something of his own and take another shot at leadership. This time, KuroKy was finally ready. He led his team with a firm belief in the mental aspect of the game.
Well, the mental preparation is the main part of esports overall, I think, be it Dota or any other game. I mean, it's not too much of a physical activity, so it's all in the mind. It's just about being stable.
In essence, KuroKy had shifted focus from being the core of his team's gameplay to a different sort of core.
Nowadays, I'm motivated to make my team work, for example. I want to be a good captain for my team and bring them further and have success with them, because it brings a lot of joy.
An emotional and strategic bedrock upon which his team could rely.
They can always rely on me at the end of the day and gain confidence from me. So I'm kind of acting as the center of the team.
With these philosophies in hand, KuroKy set about building his new team, dubbed 5 Jungs. He sought out young players with tremendous talent. He selected Fada, Matumba Man, Jerax, and Mind Control, and forged ahead in making his new hand-picked squad a contender. Even after being picked up by Team Liquid, KuroKy and company posted a mixed bag of results for the remainder of 2015.
Well, in the beginning it was quite difficult for me to get adjusted to my position, but by now I do enjoy it. It's still quite stressful at times, but it's very rewarding. So
by early 2016, KuroKy's dedication and patience was starting to show dividends. It all finally came together in March, where the team put up a sensational performance at the Shanghai Major, culminating in a showdown against Puppey's new look Team Secret.
Eternal Envy go for the 1 versus 3 play, and he will go for it. Kuro immediately the target. The Shellgrave goes off first. Eternal Envy now battling it out with 4 heroes, but now Puppey's going to be able to join them. He gets the dupe onto Matumba Man. A snowball save for the moment being, but Eternal Envy's already cleaned up 2, and now the chase begins. How many other heroes can they get? A nice long-range ice shards from Jerax. He knows he's giving up his own life, but he manages to save Matumba Man by blocking in Eternal Envy.
Yeah, the Sunstrike's gonna fall too, but
still not enough. Another shackle shot. Weehaw! He showed it big in the Invoker play from last game, but now Weehaw's going to be able to make sure it's a total wipe, and there it is. Congratulations, Team Secret take Game 4 in one of the most dominant fashions we've seen in the Grand Finals.
In just 6 months, KuroKy had led a brand new squad to challenge his old friend's superstar roster in the grand finals of a major. While the end result was disappointing, it was validation for KuroKy's leadership style, effort, and decision to split from Puppey and create something of his own. Liquid kept at it, becoming an elite force in the European scene. KuroKy was learning more and more about being a captain and a leader as the players under him grew more and more experienced and comfortable with his new system. Wins at Epicenter 2016 and second place at the Manila Major were the rewards for their efforts. Finally, it was time to face TI6. While a few of the players had never before played on Dota 2's biggest stage, KuroKy and Liquid were still confident they could make a splash. Things, however, did not go according to plan.
3-4-3 falls back, but the ranks are falling. Mushi's going to get the objectives. Buyback from Ohio. Mid-one, look at the Vine, and the Burrow strike from Ohio! They've done it! They've absolutely done it! Fnatic 2-0 Liquid! Liquid are going home in the lower bracket of Fnatic!
Clearly, something still was not quite right. KuroKy had learned much in his first year as a full captain, but the Aegis was once again out of reach. He did not give up. Liquid was his team, his players. They needed him to keep going, keep teaching them. He knew they could get there. But first, a roster change was in order. Fada decided to step away from the scene for a while, and Jerax left for OG. In a blockbuster move, Liquid picked up one of the hottest players in the scene, Miracle. A few months later, GH was brought in as the final piece of the puzzle. With the new roster in place, KuroKy had everything he needed to finally reach the top.
We have an approach of trying to trust each other and believe in each other, and especially like believing in the decision making of Kuro and his drafting abilities.
Liquid surged to the top of the pack, and they began to win. A lot. KuroKy received heaps of praise for his steadfast leadership, drafting savvy, and relentless work ethic as Liquid racked up the hardware.
I think in case of our Dota team, KuroKy is that building block. He not only does he draft and lead in the game, he also performs an incredible amount of duties that would normally fall upon the coach.
With such a dynamic and skilled team, he was not going to let this chance slip away. And then, it was time. The International 2017. Everything KuroKy had done in the past 2 years, everything he had learned and worked for had led him here. In the group stage, Liquid looked unstoppable.
But can IGV really hold without Paparazzi in the game? That is the question. Miracle picks up the double kill as he takes down the bat, and GG is called. It's finally over as Liquid can close it up and will open up TI's run with getting a 2-0 victory against IGV.
Nah, GG. They already done, because in the meantime, what we didn't see was MyControl and Tubaman just didn't care about what
I was watching that. I was like,
they just didn't care, and they just went for the building.
GG's called.
Yep. That means that Liquid goes into the final day. They have one more match to go. They are 11-3. They have to play against Secret.
But then their confidence got to them.
Liquid are down. They're now a corpse that's being punched, kicked, and about to be put 6 feet under. IG have the buybacks if they need them. They've got the damage. They've got the control. The position is theirs. The game is theirs. The series is theirs. And top 6 is theirs.
KuroKy was not pleased, but Liquid had another shot. They were staring down the long, difficult road of the lower brackets. KuroKy did not allow his team to misstep again.
Can he hold the base?
Miracle's in on his own. He needs a little help. He's going to need it soon. GH coming from behind. They walk him down. Can they kill him once? The base is crumbling.
Coffin.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
Going for the tier 4 mind control. Popping that BKB. He's down to half. Can they actually kill him?
But no,
he's going to be fine.
He's still fighting this. Miracle is fighting this.
GG! LF1 crumbles under the pressure.
The last time he was here, KuroKy had had his dream ripped away from him. But this time, however, destiny called. This time was the right time.
Now the grand finals of the International 7 begins with Newbie versus Team Liquid.
At the end of a quick game 1, unless Newbie pull off some absolutely miraculous smoke play.
And GG, they know it's over.
You've lost 2 lanes of frags. Liquid showed the lower bracket matchup. He's going to try and run the back lines. Blink Burrow Strike, holding Miracle into position. Venommancer almost down the Mana Void. Moogie couldn't get it off. Now the exit from GH will control him. And this will be a huge kill if they can claim him. Anti-Mage is falling. Anti-Mage is down for 2 minutes. They've lost the numbers. There isn't enough defense here from Newbie without the Anti-Mage. Without that big core. They just don't have the damage. And GG, 34 minutes. Team Liquid more than dominating. Ripping apart Newbie at the seams in game 2.
KuroKy was once again 1 game away, but even though he had it all in his hands, he would not allow his team to lose focus. He knew the job was not done.
Stop thinking about winning. Focus on this game.
Okay. The reaction time was all about Miracle, the Burrow Strike from Kaka. It'll connect, follow up Fidget for KP. He'll get the sun off the mouse, so force the middle of the field, darts here. Coded up, Miracle, the Echo slap there from GH on the obvious side. And damage out for 2 big with the side. LCC is gone for 2 minutes. The Lich Chainfrost bouncing back down Kaka, trying to hide himself, but right now it's all Liquid. They have taken down 4. He'll get the buyback from the Venommancer. GH for the force up. He won't even die for this. Liquid lose nothing, but take everything from Newbie. They see everything. Here comes the Echo Slam. Where's it going to be enough or not yet? The Fidger is out. Necro control. It's a nice oldie from Moogie. Maybe the regenerator's enough. Miracle. The Agassi mod will pop Faith. Able to shackle him forever. Holding him. Up they come once more. No Hex. No misses on a Babel. Only Slash on top of Moogie. The Tri's not doing enough. And then, the Miracle Jar. Double kill for him. Defuse the Legend. CCC. On Centaur. Controls the back lines. The Exorcism. It needs to do some damage. But right now, Newbie dropping like flies. And GG is done. Liquid will be the first team in the history of the International to whitewash the Grand Final. 3-0 victory over Newbie.
They have been absolutely fantastic over the last few days.
After 7 years of struggle, ups and downs, shattered confidence, and roster rebuilds, KuroKy had led a team to glory. He had finally succeeded. He had won the International. Today, KuroKy and Liquid are still working and still winning. Having achieved his dream, KuroKy has now set his sights on repeating as a TI champion. He's one of the only 3 players to attend every TI. He's won the most money of any esports player ever. But like we learned before, for KuroKy, it's not about the money. There's a reason after all these years, all the heartbreak and all the struggles, he's kept going. Still, as it's always been the thrill of victory, the love of competition, and the joy of leading a band of brothers forward. Perseverance, dedication, intelligence, the will to be nothing but the best. These are what define a true leader. These are what define a Dota legend. These are what define KuroKy.
Thanks for watching. If you want more great content, be sure to hit that subscribe button.